Shit. Let's go finish this game. I'm excited. We reached the point of no return. Let's do this. Before you guys start talking. I do wanna... Oh, who should I bring? For the final part of the game. It's gotta be Yatsley. I love Yatsley. I think I want to bring Kai. It's like my best bud. You played the flute. There you go. Kai and Yatsley, yeah. Sorry, Marius. Is that everything? Well, if it isn't, it's gonna have to be. Do a proper save. And we're going. Where is the fast travel point here? After the garden. If they're gonna make DLC, like in the Outer Worlds, you have to do DLC before you get the point of no return. So I guess that's the save I would load. Assuming they are gonna do a DLC. Travel to the garden. Let's go.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Gallowayne's tusks. I will say, it's nice to look out and see Solace still standing. Thanks for that.
Cost you had no right to make that decision for everyone.
Right. It's better that an Adiran envoy do it.
Solace is still standing. And so are you. We're in this together.
Just so you know, Kai, it's starting to sound like you like me.
If you happen to need a reminder, do let us know. Brooding in silence can be quite the mood killer.
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fior, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
Can Dieta help us defeat Ludwig once and for all with their animancy? Deal with one problem at a time. The living lands could be at war by the time we leave the garden. I can just leave? I'm hoping to be far away by then. Don't remind me. The living lands could be at war by the time we leave the garden.
Sweet of you to think the fighting will wait that long.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear ya. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plants and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
You aren't frightened?
Of course we're frightened, but when has that ever stopped us? I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
Okay. Pinch the bridge of your nose. You're saying there's a chance we'll all become raving lunatics?
Sanity won't get us through the garden. Madness opens the mind to discovery. So madness is what we need right now. Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal. Set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
Honestly, I'm struggling with that question.
You're not the only one. Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in.
What you believe in. That doesn't make the choice any easier. Any more words of wisdom?
Just one. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Oh. Does anyone feel like turning back? This might take a while.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Kinda scared. I'm doing great, thanks. You? It's going great. I'm trying to finishing off this game soon, I hope. Wipe a tear from the corner of your eye.
Oh, you're gonna get me going too. We're with you. All the way.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Wait,
Let's
what?
go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Are you all coming with me? What does that mean?
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Ugh, why am I so anxious?
I started streaming recently, like this Christmas, around this New Year. Yeah. Because you're about to do something incredible, Giata. You were feeling lost after Emerald's there, and this place gives you hope.
You may be right. When I gave up, I stopped worrying so much. And now that we're here, it's obvious I don't know what I want anymore. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
I do. Of course. Don't tell me we need to collect another heart.
If only it were that easy. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it.
You saying we can claim some power? Can we become a god? We're a god-like. Can we reverse the process and absorb all her power? Oh my. No, this isn't the only gameplay. Right now it is, but I'll play like one game at a time, but then I'll go on to another one. Cut it out, I say, let it bleed. Sort of thinking, got your parents killed. Is it dangerous though? Not sure what would happen.
I know. They didn't understand the forces at play. At least I have a better idea of what I'm up against. My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
All sorts of games. RPGs. I like fantasy and sci-fi. CRPGs, Souls-likes. You get to decide what to do with your life, Dieta. The past has no say in the matter.
I'll try to remember that. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it.
Aww. Do you know any stories about the garden?
Well, that depends. I know a few spooky stories about the Living Lands. They may or may not have anything to do with the garden.
I want a spooky story.
Okay. But if something goes bump in the night, I'm waking you up.
Let me think of a good one. There are so many, I can't decide. Which do you want to hear first? I know one about a ranger's dream, one about a haunted well, and one about a golden city.
What about all of them? Tell me the one about the Golden City.
Many years ago, when Fior Messiverno was barely a dot on the map, an Animancer got lost in the wilderness. He came upon a pair of ancient trees, their trunks and branches intertwined. A strange light shone in the space between the trees, and beyond that light, a city of gold. So the Animancer returned with an axe to chop the trees apart and fit his body through the narrow gap. But with every blow of his axe, the towers of the Golden City fell. The walls crumbled, the lights flickered out.
Oh god.
By the time he made it through, there was nothing left. Only the bones of a once mighty civilization. As for the two trees, they were dead, hacked to splinters, leaving him no path back the way he came.
God. What's my passion, reason for what motivated me to become a streamer? I mean, I'll play games all the time. I thought I'd just start recording them at first. But then I decided just sharing those and sharing those playthroughs. If people want to watch, they can watch. But whether it goes anywhere or not, I'm just playing the games I want, so basically it. That's the end. I want to know what happens next.
The end of one story, and perhaps the beginning of another. It's very strange. I can't remember who told me that story, and no one claims to have heard it before.
Can I hear another story?
Of course. Which one did you have in mind?
Is this really the time to be going through all these stories? Let's hear the one about the ranger's dream.
One sunny day, a ranger took a nap in the woods of Emerald Stair. He awoke to a forest of dead trees, the night sky full of unfamiliar stars. After getting his bearings, he walked in the direction of Fior Messivernal, but the settlement was gone. In its place was the most beautiful garden, hills bursting with flowers, the grass as soft as Valiant silk. Enchanted by this vision, he bent to pick a rose, but its thorn cut like a knife, severing 3 fingers.
Oh god, what?
Then, a voice filled his head, shouting, "Go now, before the land takes you, body and soul." He awoke in his own bed, a wilted rose clutched in his 2-fingered hand.
What the... Sure, you can link it in chat. I'll take a look. Not right now, but yeah, I can take a look later. Good one, Jetta.
It's nonsense, of course, but that's why I like it.
And another?
Of course.
What about the haunted well?
Once upon a time, a young girl left town to fetch water from the local well. After pulling up the rope, she discovered the head of a Delimgan, one of the tree folk, staring at her from the bucket. "Return me to my grove," it said, "and I will grant you 3 wishes." So she carried the head into a peaceful clearing and sat it down on a tree stump. First, she wished for long life. The head granted her wish. Second, she wished to be impervious to a sword blade. Granted. And finally, she wished to know what happens after we die. No one ever saw her again. All they found was an Adra pillar in the middle of a clearing, next to an old stump.
Careful what you wish for. You know, these stories have a consistent theme.
Very perceptive. What do you think it is? I have my own opinion, but I'm curious about yours.
We have nature. It punishes the careless. The thorns and the bushes, and then she talked about the golden city between the trees. There's power in nature. Can hurt others or yourself. I don't know, I just thought it sounded scholarly. Mortals should not reach for immortal power.
As an animancer, I hear that one a lot. These stories might not shine any light on the garden, but they could inform the way we think about it. First, the garden is beyond all mortal understanding. If you think you're safe here, you're not. And second, when you walk into the unknown, make sure to bring a friend.
So avoid the unknown, but go into it prepared. Oh, good thing we have each other.
Indeed. I couldn't have made it this far on my own. Hey, you're a good listener. Not everyone has the patience to hold their questions to the end. Alas, that is all I can tell you about the garden. For now, at least.
Have you got any more scary stories then?
Certainly. You've heard them all, but I don't mind repeating myself.
You can listen to them again. Why? Do these have more significance than the
One
first
sunny day,
on?
a ranger He awoke to a forest of dead trees.
Dead trees.
The night sky full of unfamiliar stars.
Transported to
After
another
getting
world.
his bearings, he walked in its place was the most enchanted by this vision. Then, a voice. He awoke in his own bed.
Shouldn't be there.
Certain.
It's nothing now.
Well.
Take some rest.
Who could rest at a time like this?
Well, that's why we're talking about
Does
scary
anyone
stories.
want to share a scary story?
No.
Gods no.
Why not? We've got everything we need. Crackling campfire, the foreboding ambiance.
I actually need to get some rest tonight. I'd rather not spend the whole night screaming in my sleep.
Well, I liked Giada's story.
Thank you, Yardsley. I suppose I owe the rest of you an apology. I didn't mean to frighten anyone.
Your stories are very good. They're just feeling a little too close to reality right now.
Not the best
I'll try and think
time.
of something more pleasant then. Like a mouse and a rabbit going on pathetic little adventures.
I'm starting to suspect that truly, hopefully those but
No. What? I'm already.
well, of course, but those I think
Already done
Reading
this.
oh come how can
It's West Yatsley.
tired already, envoy. Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Envoy, what do you need?
Anything else?
Pleasant
Inkai?
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
I didn't realize you had such eclectic tastes.
I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to love about floating islands and a spectral tree? Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
Background. Captivity is a risky proposition. Kith or beast, it makes its victims docile or desperate.
And Sapadal definitely isn't docile. Not from what we saw on Mount Forja, or outside the ruins of Nakukubel.
Yeah. Sapadal is complicated. The hope is that we can change it for the better, yeah. Sapadal and I talk about compassion, forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better.
Aha. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
I know. Knowing you, I'm surprised you're not in favor of giving Sapadal a second chance.
You know, if Sapadal were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit, I'd be right there with you. But knowing they could end us all with a temper tantrum puts things in perspective. I guess we've all got our limits. I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, when, we escape this place.
After this, I'm disappearing to a remote cabin for a year and no one's stopping me. But yeah, I did my duty. I served a day in the living lands. And I freed the gods. I'm having a break. I'm retiring. Dealing with Sapadar won't diffuse the political tensions in the living lands. Oh, I'm going for this one.
I hate to burst your bubble, but I don't see how that's gonna happen. While we're tracking down your god, things are heating up between your Adiran comrades and the locals.
Yeah, that.
You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelgard banned the practice in Paradise.
I see your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
And then there's Solace. You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time.
It's a volcano. A deer can't possibly be blamed for a volcano. I hate politics.
This is why I stuck to soldiering. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's gonna be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Hilgard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
Really? I feel like he's helping at least a little. Like, keeping it under wraps a bit. So, tensions are high, everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
People of the living lands deserve freedom. I won't help anyone subjugate them.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. I lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Aww. Thanks, Kai.
Anytime. What's on your mind?
How do I prepare for what's ahead?
I barely plan further than the next meal, and you're asking me?
Maybe that's the kind of advice I need.
I don't know, Envoy. I just try to take each day and each battle as it comes. And you can see where that's gotten me. But I think it's possible to be too prepared.
You're saying I should follow my gut?
That's a better way of putting it. You know what all of us think by now. Ultimately, you're the one who has to decide what to do with Sapadal and where your loyalties lie. My advice? Get a good night's rest, and when the moment comes, follow your instincts.
That helps, thanks. I once told you to follow your gut, you brushed it off and said something about pie.
And I stand by it. Next time you need to find a bakery, I'm your man. You're the one who found a god's prison. I hear you, though. It's easier to give that advice than to take it. But look at it this way. Whatever you choose, you'll end the Dream Scourge, and you'll give the Living Lands a future. And I'd wager that's better than where we are now.
Good night, Kai.
I'll be here if you need me.
I'll take the first watch. Any excuse to look around.
Some rest, Jetta.
Until next time.
Yeah, you can
You don't
share it
really
in chat
like
if you
the
want.
food of the dead swordfish, do you?
Sure I do. What's wrong with it?
Well, first of all, it's being served at a place called the Dead Swordfish.
Would you rather eat a live swordfish?
Second, I think the chef devised their recipes after suffering severe head trauma.
They're traditional Rowataian dishes. We have to get creative with our ingredients.
Not sure I call throwing a fish in a hole and leaving it there to rot for months a creative way to cook.
Next time I cook, I'm cooking for 3.
I want to just stay here and listen to all the banter though. So let's do this. Wait, let's do a save here as well. And get me featured? Yeah, sure. No problem. Thank you.
Looks like we'll have to find another way through.
Oh, come on, one of you wants to talk?
You think we're still above the acid sea?
What was that? Wait. One of you wants to talk? We were just in camp. Oh, we did the save. Green? Who's green again? Is that Marius? Marius?
Envoy, what do you need? If I must.
What?
I've heard of...
Heard of strange colours in the sky and weeks of twilight in the white that wends. Wonder if it's anything like this. The white that wends.
Rest while you can. We're almost at the end of it.
Let me guess. Bad dreams? You too.
There's my favorite Adiran.
What?
Don't let the bedbugs bite, dearie.
I'm confused. You want to talk immediately after resting? No one wants to talk now. And someone wants to talk. Is that Marius?
Looks like we'll have to find another way through.
Oh.
Or not.
Wait, did we level up? Companion? Ooh, Companion's getting the new ability. Guess we're doing that. Level 28. Explosive Blast. Oh, 5% chance to inflict frozen, ignited or shocked. It's pretty good too. Let's do Explosive Blast. Giata. Heal is better. Let's do that. Marius. Your roots do bleeding damage. Reduce the cooldown. Your attacks debuff enemies. The damage reduction. Kai. Reduce the cooldown by 50%. Damn, it's a lot. Let's do that. Reduce the cooldown. And then me. I have one more point. So keep improving my spells. Increase the frequency of lightning bolt strikes. Let's do it. Yeah, let me just... There you go. Let's do this. Wow, it's pretty. Oh, what? Oh. Nearly.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
I think we've found Sapadal's home.
Whoa. Wow, I'm just Dragon Hide is just dropping now.
Ready, aim.
Very cosmic. Ooh. Hedra, Ruby, Dragonhide. Nice. Whoa. Floating islands, godless ruins, volcano in the distance. Who created the prison in Wodica? Why is it like full of forests and things? How was this even created? See like chains, things being held down. Oh god. Elder Black Bear. Okay. Of course, there's more bears. Let's say Fontaine. What? What's he doing here? Dear Lengrath, I made it to the garden somehow. The last thing I remember is getting lost, stumbling through the woods, past a volcano, and now here I am. Then again, maybe it was all a dream. Maybe this is a dream too. What else is new? The plants are a nice touch, but a bit too humanoid. They'd fit right in the halls obscured. A little greenery to brighten up the enclosures. Anyway, I believe this marks the end of my sightseeing tour of the Living Lands. Not a moment too soon. I miss the comforts of home. Now, how do I leave? Oh well, I'll figure something out. I always do. Wink. Your friend, Teen Yark Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. P.S. I'm leaving this here for you, or a future version of you, to find someday. Take care, see you at the next meeting of the Circle. I'll save you a seat next to mine at the big table.
Tane was here. Oh, well, I completely missed him.
Worse than wrong. Worse than wrong. Coming! At me!
Uh-oh, I think we gotta go to the bear down there too. Oh, Jesus.
Throw up 10! Worse than wrong! Lava Rubion Seek!
Big bear. You guys going? Oh shit, I'm doing this.
Sealness Meatum! Throw up 10!
Shot my upgraded lightning storm.
Lava Rubion Seek! Worse than wrong! Worse than wrong! Hey! Over here! Point for you! Another glorious battle.
That's a crazy battle. Oh god, don't fall. When you said you're gonna leave this here for me, do you leave the skeletons
Is he
for
really
me?
an archmage? I get the feeling I'd actually like him. I can't tell what's real anymore.
Not that they comment on the little note you pick up. That's just amazing. Oh yeah. There you go. And again, thank you.
Worse than wrong!
Oh, do I have the fire one down? Skip my nature one back. Make folk Arisen 2? By the Mage folk, life is a prayer. One of the encrusted ones we made a holy slaughter. The young we smothered with our hands. Of the oldest we made fires. We rendered them down into fuel to clear the encrusted growth. It's like a poem. Arisen. Of the encrusted ones we slaughtered. The Dream Scourged? We spared those who could run with vigor so that they would lead us to other dwellings of the encysted. Or does it mean the Kida? We made it known that mercy could be purchased by tribute, so that the encysted would gather together their livestock, their wine and wealth to present to us. The first 10 of these tributes we accepted and gave mercy. Then after the 11th tribute we began to kill all those assembled. In this way we made them gather themselves to be taken census and killed. In this way we approach God through prayer. Jesus. These are the followers of Wodaka hunting down the Akira.
I think this is the only way down. After you.
Oh. Yeah.
Don't look down.
Cam. Treasure below us. Another cam. On the map, is anything below? Doesn't seem like it. This way? Great, thanks. Yeah, I'll take a look at it later. But thank you. Do my fear. No. Ooh, Yatsly.
Walk like it's hard.
Look at you actually climbing my platforms. Is there anything in the water though? Then the water parts are beautiful though. They provide one, yeah. So we're gonna see illusions in here. What the hell? That's creepy. Look like eyes. Ooh. Godless Shrine. Wild Walker Armor. Light Armor. What is that? Receiving an elemental status applies this status to all nearby targets. To all nearby enemies. And then you gain 20% elemental accumulation resist. Huh? Natural Catalyst and Wild Strike. I'm confused by that. When Wild Strike counteract, then you want to apply status effects to others, but that's going to prevent the accumulation on yourself? Like, if it was damage resist against elements. A druid. Legends abound of a powerful druid and watcher, known only as the Wild Walker. She is said to have possessed a singular mastery of the art of spirit shifting, able to assume not just one beastly form, but many. According to legend, she one day found herself wandering the strange, impossible landscape of the beyond. and how long the Wild Walker roamed this dreamlike plane is unknown, but upon her return she was forever changed. Their spirit shifts were thereafter suffused with a maelstrom of elemental power. Though it had warped monstrous appearances, this armor still holds a measure of the elemental might that the Wild Walker could call upon, empowering the wearer's own attacks and punishing enemies that turn the elements against them. What? What's this supposed to be? Applies it to others? That's interesting. There are druids in this game? In this world? Was there a druid class in Pillars? Hey, buddy. There's some judge up there, through that door. Treasure of it that way? Strangled Adra? Charm of Bones. Amulet. Summon a trio of skeletons to fight with you. First legendary amulet. Stings of the Grave. Crafted by a hedonistic death godlike chanter. He was a master musician. He never found other living players to be at his level of skill, and so instead taught his undead minions how to play just as he did. Thus did he become the ringleader of his own vile marching band. When it says summon a trio of skeletons, does it summon skeleton chanters? Who then summon their own? What? This one, the illusions? The Dilemgun?
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
They're not gonna do the Weeping Angel thing, are they?
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
Oh, are they her parents? That's right. Sniff the air? Real. I'm seeing plants, a lot of them, looking at us.
At least I'm not going mad. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
I think the garden is misleading us, playing with our senses.
Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward!
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
Talk to them, Gietta.
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sopadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
You're saying Sapadao was responsible for the lab accident?
No, this can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sopadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
So sorry, Gietta. I had no idea about any of this.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat, but that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
You think they're telling the truth?
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best.
What are these things exactly?
We are companions, toys, diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual, organic, much like the garden itself. Sapadal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends.
Wow.
Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell.
Yeah.
It's almost too sad to imagine. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
They deserve forgiveness. What happened to your parents was a mistake.
Was it a mistake? Because no matter where we go, the gods can't stop themselves from hurting us. Our lives are a game to them. Damn it. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, They overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
What happened to you?
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade.
Made to be posed like dolls and cast aside. It's cruel.
Death is indifferent, not cruel, not merciful, merely inevitable. The pulling of an ancient weed.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
Should I expect to find more of these apparitions in the garden?
A garden is whatever you plant in it.
Sapadal wishes to be understood, as all mortals do. Seen, as all mortals are. What you see is the truth, glimpsed through their eyes, and they wish to share it.
Rest well.
Our purpose draws to a close. A long rest is assured. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
Give her space, dearie. Giada will speak more when she's ready.
Diamond and Dragonhide. Unusual book. This book is penned with dark tree sap instead of ink. Every stroke done with a slow, meticulous hand. Most of the pages contain sketches of the garden, unfamiliar animals, and even music and some ancient notation. Only the final page contains legible writing. Forgive us. Don't mind me. Right, three people, 3 dolls. Open this door. So why going into here? You see in there? What? Go back that way. Can we get through there though? What? Guess we go back then? Why would it show that wire if I can't even do anything here? Wait, were we meant to... Reach from the other way. Is that why? Did we do this the wrong way around? And to exit through here? Where's that door? I'm confused. Okay. Oh, two you want to talk. Still PM. Jetta, you want to talk about that?
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapodal's.
Just knowing that help?
That's what I keep asking myself. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought
Never
their
know.
legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Now you're unburdened and free.
I suppose I have been all this time. I just never realized it. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
I wonder if Sapodal would be willing to assist you.
They probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. But that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
I trust you to make the right choice for yourself.
Of course you trust me. I'm brilliant. But we've been together long enough that I value your opinion.
Would you consider going back to Fiorma Siverna?
The thought has crossed my mind, but no. I burned that bridge, and I don't regret it. Politics and small minds held me back for too long.
I don't think you need animancy to find meaning in life.
You're right. I know you're right. But it's easier said than done. I'm the daughter of proud animancers. Who am I to deprive the community of my wisdom and experience?
You are Giatta Castell, and your only responsibility is to yourself.
An Adiran with no sense of civic duty? Now I've seen it all. Without animancy, without my ambition, I don't even know who I am. But maybe that's a good thing. Either way, I can't wait to find out. The Living Lands is nothing if not a place of self-discovery. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
It's never too late to start fresh, my darling. You can do this.
Envoy, what do you need?
Then you want to talk? Let's get your thoughts on our companions.
Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know.
Oh.
Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But, joke's on her, no one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too, when she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns.
Get some rest, Marius.
Pleasant dreams.
You want to talk?
Envoy, what do you need?
Let's get your thoughts on our companions.
Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she keeps saying things to get a right, but other than that, we can get... You too.
If we make it out of this place, we'll have stories to tell. Wonder if anyone will believe them.
Maybe it thinks someone else wants to talk. Yeah.
I'll
for
be
sure.
here if you need me.
Envoy, pinch me. I must be dreaming. I've long imagined what the garden could look like, but... even all the depictions I've seen in all the ruins, they didn't do it. And that's not even counting all the little surprises we've gotten. And you're on the way to meet your god. Years of being an unclaimed godlike. And now, it feels like a typhoon of information has hit us. I've yet to catch my breath. There are even floating sky islands. How are you staying so calm?
If I think about it too hard, my brain will explode, Yatsley. Think I'm calm?
Oh, you hide it masterfully, dearie. Just be sure to remember everything we see. I'll want to pick your brain later.
I could try to draw you a map. I'm not sure how helpful it'd be.
True. With everything shifting, it may not be accurate long. Still, what an artifact. A map of the garden by the last Tibaru Sanakis. This place is... it's more than I could have ever dreamed. I know we have to find your god and figure out what to do with them, but... oh, I almost feel like I could stay...
You could stay if you want.
I suppose. It's worth thinking about, at least. Still, I just... oh, it's breathtaking. And think how much I could learn here. Pockets of time in the lives of the Akita are here, and... oh, but we've not even gotten to the end yet. We haven't seen everything. Let's get moving. There's my favorite Adiran.
I think the audio for some of that was messed up. It's quieter and suddenly stopping.
Don't mind if I do.
Alright, let's head back out. Or got any upgrades? I need... What do I need? Glasswood branch. Damn.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing those, plant people?
Well, I've seen things not intended for mortal eyes, and uncovered the dark truth of my family's downfall. But here I am. And how are you?
Don't worry about me. I just want to know how you're feeling.
I'm complicated. But at least I know what happened to my parents.
Knowing's one thing. Feeling okay about it's another.
Yes, that part could take a while.
As long as it doesn't turn into a ghost story. I'm here if you need to talk.
We're talking right now.
It won't be easy, but you have to let yourself feel it. All of it. Even the parts that hurt, like a blessed sawfly bite.
Just be kind to yourself, dearie.
I don't know what to say, except I'm grateful to know each of you.
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
I had to rest. This place is exhausting in a way I can't describe.
Your soul is small. The essence weighs like the sea on your chest. We feel the pressure, darkness, yet somehow strengthened resolve. We wonder.
Actually, Sepidal, I've got a question for you.
We did not foresee this.
Surprise?
You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should not have been.
What do you really want? What would bring you peace, happiness?
The seabed speaks in riddles. A pearl whose shell we cannot grasp.
There's no right or wrong answer.
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
Could you live in harmony again?
We did once. New sweet peas bloom in the grove. We would try. Vengeance denied. Squandered. This cannot be.
What was that?
We spoke of flowers.
Do you have like a darker half? Oh no, you like some like mental issues? Oh. No, you definitely said something just now.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
Much as I want to look around, we need to find your god fast.
Something about this place makes me feel so small.
Oh shit! It's the Mage folk. You're not gonna attack me, are you? You dead?
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
Rodica. Now what do you want?
I was unclear last time. I will not repeat my mistake.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
Why don't you explain then instead of insulting me?
Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
Wow. So they couldn't destroy it because they weren't powerful enough combined. I knew it.
You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
You couldn't reach the living land, so your Mage folk did your dirty work. They can't reach this place. You didn't know Sapodao would attack you. Why not wait and see?
Chaos is a blight. It must be scourged before it spreads.
You attacked first.
A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
Then you killed all the Akita?
Of course I did. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
Their worship challenged your authority. You were never going to let them live.
You dare claim the domain of the gods is trivial?
How are you any different? He's another spoiled. Another little spoiled brat. That's just sore spot, didn't I?
Mind your tongue. Your blasphemy strains my patience.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
It's not your order. That doesn't mean it's anarchy.
I refuse to even dignify that with a response. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
Wow. Don't want to do this, but if the whole world is at stake? Wow. How? I can't kill a god.
Your soul, it is tethered to you. Only you can siphon its essence into yourself.
I can't do that to Sapodao. They deserve a second chance.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
Wodika again. Like her eyeless, her make folk. They have a crown. Did the eyeless have pieces of Abaddon's soul in them? Blights. I'm gonna have to fight Meg Folk at the end. Fight Ludwig again, maybe? Or is she actually dead? Or Meg Folk.
Worth and raw.
Oh. Summon skeletons. Tagos, Brute, and Tim. No.
Worth and raw.
Skeleton.
Roll 10.
Are they chanters? Or are they just... No, they're just soldiers. Go. Get him, buddies. Skeleton fight.
Roll 10.
Doing something at him. Good.
Worth and raw.
That's a tape?
What the hell was that? It was definitely painful. Oh, it does too much damage.
Roll 10. Loose end. Worth and raw.
Unseen, unheard.
Good job, Skilly Boos.
Looking into the maw of that old Leviathan skull near Third War.
Wait, what? Why are you bringing that up? What's that? Look. Technology. Like some Adria. What's that? Another Make Folk Ryzen. Orison? Orison. Life is a prayer, is the task done? In just one task time, we marched upon the land and subdued all the insisted and shattered their dwellings. Task time? We made meal of the bones. Packed into concrete? Now God function has not prayed back to us in 10 multiples of the task time. If we cannot receive God function's feedback, we cannot know if we are approaching God. If we are not approaching God, then we are withdrawing from God. Is it wrong to withdraw from God? We must pray to God function to provide prayback. But 10 multiples of the task time in prayer have gone unanswered. Without God function, the higher cameral of our minds is missing. These makefolk can function, they're like robots functioning independently of Boudica, God function. They have some semblance of their own consciousness. Sarcophagus key? Yeah, where's the key? Everyone, search for the key. Damn it, there's a Marius. Save it. I'm not sure where it is. A little ledger there. I want that key. Where is it? Where are we going? Zoom out. Can't see. Third person. Key. Seems to be probably nearby. Like thing to shoot. Whoa. And did the Mage folk build the prison? Are you gonna activate? Oh shit!
Working magfoot. It isn't looking expensive. Well, if you insist.
Oh.
Egworth and Roth!
There's a giant like lanky out of the eyelets again. You on laser beams? Guys, can you distract with these? Everything.
Avowed be on seek.
Snake.
That's one for us.
Look at my new lightning storm. Wow. What the? Can we get back to that chest with the key there? Well, that was cool. Me focus. Badass. The key. Gold key. Did I already miss it? Wow. Was that Marius? Oh yeah.
What is that? I know that place, right? Oh no. No, no, no. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
Yanku, right? You look better than me last met.
What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
Something unresolved here, something else you need to understand.
Then for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Come on, Spirit. Make your message clear for once. We've got to go. Bloody spirits. Marius got his closure. Are you looking for closure too?
I have as much closure as I'm going to get. I am part of this land's god now. A dream of the land.
Were you always such a blessed day poet? Or is that a death thing?
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
You do that by living the best you can for the rest of your life.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
forgive each other. You'll never be able to move on without it.
I feel strongly that there's nothing left to forgive.
Easier said than accepted, Viate. Forgiving myself is the hardest part. We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
I'm confused. So he died? Did he come back? Or was he just a hallucination, a vision? Or did Sapatao created those other things? Did she recreate him? Or was he just a spirit? We're saying he's a spirit, so... Yeah, you guys done? Yeah? You've grown a lot, Marius. I'm proud of you.
I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Rest well, Ayanku.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
I guess you were a spirit.
Sorry, Envoy. Let's talk about it back at camp, right?
Sure.
Marius,
Oh.
dear. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend, you know?
It's saying goodbye that's the hard part.
You can talk to us, Marius. That is, if you think talking will help.
Well, obviously it wasn't my favorite thing, but...
Grief is strange. You lose someone, and you carry around a little hole inside yourself till you die. Or maybe the same is true for the dead. Your friend obviously loved you.
Yeah, how did we get on this topic? I thought we were talking about pancakes.
I think a camp conversation just happened there. Pancakes? I want pancakes. Wild Walker gloves. Like a druid watcher. Is there a druid in Pillars? I don't remember there being a druid cast, was there? Crit chance. Critical hits have a 15% chance to root the enemy. Mostly the same, last part's different. Even before their journey into the beyond, the Wild Walker possessed a powerful mastery of plant controlling magic. Oh shit, what did I have? The Euthasian wonders? What about that key to that chest back there? 3 dragon hide in a box and a ruby. They put a dragon hide in the game, and I was so hoping to be a dragon. DLC, DLC, DLC. We're gonna find any more Mage folk, but they're just gonna keep trying to kill us. Just bring back Ludwig to try and kill us again too. I'll be again.
The envoy needs healing.
Defend!
Jesus, I thought the shield was supposed to reflect projectiles. What the hell?
Draw 10!
The wizard.
Next one's mine!
Ew. Get out of here.
Avowed on seek! Throw up 10! Worth and raw! Throw up 10! Worth and raw! You will offend!
What is this, Zala? Conveniently placed circle. Make folk. Do all the gods have make folk then? In their own army?
Worth and raw!
That was it. Who was it? Wait, oh. Huh. You've gotten there straight away. Oh, can you not use the fire though while in the water? Throw a grenade or anything. You want to talk? Key as well. Do you want to talk, Maris? But do you actually want to talk though? I'm 5 feet, having the rest.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
Whatever happened back there, you need to work it out on your own. I can't be worrying about that. Had to be difficult.
It was, right. But it was easier than I thought it would be. Thanks to you, I think I was ready for something like this. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
I'm sorry, what? You were following us for a while? What, you didn't think you'd be talking to dead friends, confronting a slumbering god? I mean, they're some of the best things I like about it.
You're in a good place then. Strange seems to follow you like dust gnats. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Yeah, quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway.
Okay.
Not before I've done some reading.
to Benta.
So those green people in the garden, those weren't your parents?
No, they were Sapadal's dreams given life. Ancient sentinels bound by loyalty.
And they were plants because...
Because that's all Sapadal knew how to make. A smithy smiths, a baker bakes, a gardener gardens.
Right, I understand.
It's all right if you don't.
Good, because I really don't.
Right. So we did there two conversations. We haven't bring these two. Will we ever do their conversations? Mage Folk Graveyard? Hey, so you're supposed to be dead. It's the graveyard.
Stay on your toes.
Seal Mesmith.
Reinforcements.
Ulu 10. Throw up 10. Then roll.
Who's him?
Avowed be on sick. Make worth and roll. Worth and roll. Worth and roll.
Yeah, 6 of them. Laser beam meets wizard.
Ulu 10. Avowed be on sick.
Everyone, please.
Worth and roll.
How you did?
Throw up 10. Throw up 10. Worth and roll.
I love being a woman. How? I'm still statically charged. Let go away. it's this way.
Wait, isn't that Tama's cairn? Oh dear.
Oh.
Are you seeing this too? No. No, no. This can't be.
Okay, so we do your stuff.
I wish Tama could have seen this.
We doing anything then? Another chat? Hmm?
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. Actual written records. Oh, somebody pinch me. And there's even some wine to read with. Oh, whoever was here last, I would have gotten along well with them.
The giant roots, the acid sea, the chasms across the island. That's Sapadol's doing? You think we're still above the acid sea? Wish Tama could have seen this.
This place feels familiar. Hurry, let's go inside.
Okay, should I take his robes off or something?
This room, it looks just like Tama's.
Oh, okay, now we are. Okay. Oh shit, is that him?
Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine.
Unlimited power. That's Tama.
I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
No, can I focus on my own face? I can't focus on yours. You didn't happen to take Aiko's special mushrooms, did you?
As long as we're both seeing the floating islands and the ghostly tree, I can't blame this on drugs. To be honest, that would be easier. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
Background. Some reptiles shift their colors according to what their observers expect to see.
That's the problem. I don't know what I expect anymore. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
Then what do you see when you look at this Tama?
I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
He's more than your memory allowed him to be. And so are you.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. I'm not letting my regret define me. I won't make that mistake again.
You've come a long way, Kai.
And we've got farther to go before this is over. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between?
I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Go to self. Don't blast a Mage Folk with all your magic power. Tama's haiku, the hidden heart thirsts, my spring beneath the desert, it was always you. Do we save and reload? Oh gosh, I don't want to, this is funny. Have any of you seen a key? Yeah, Yatsli, isn't that an illusion? No.
That's done. Child play.
Oh. It's not accurate enough. Looking up something. Orison 7? How many did we miss? Life is a prayer. I cannot approach God among the noisy company of the Shimmed. Shimmed? Their false god function deludes them. All their labour is now divine onanism? And I do not think it can bear fruit. The great loops of false prayback now groat the society. Man, trying to follow this. Prayback. So they're praying false gods. The Shimmed. They've even begun to seek the Godhead for themselves, whether through the synthesis of divinity or through re-emanation. Incarnation? Some seek to divide themselves into children, as souls are divided into children. Others seek congress with the land in the manner of the tree, whether by prosthetic imitation or ritual. This I know is blasphemy, but they no longer know the way towards God from the way that departs God. They have made themselves their own compass, and wherever they turn, the needle always points ahead. I've gone out into the godless land to seek God in the resumption of my purpose. Some trace of the insisted ones must remain. I will find it. If I cannot find it, I will wait until it finds me. A rogue Magefolk attacked Solace Keep, we know. In the past. So she controlled these, but then left them to their own devices, and they're trying to find purpose. Oh, does this just go into here? Wait, so do we not need to open the door? Got it. Let's try.
Earth and rock.
Go this way too. Looks like I've got to go that way, so what's in here? Did the Mage folk start to Ooh, Wayfinder, unique one-handed spear. Full combo attack deals high stun to nearby enemies. Whoa, greatly increase the distance travel during a power attack. Got combo stuff and the power attack stuff. Decorative patterns detailing the arduous journey the vanguards of the goddess people underwent to first find their living lands. This was carried by the very first goddess that set foot onto the living lands. What's it look like? Adro-infused spear. Whoa! Jesus, the teleport. Travel so far. Oh.
Earth and rock. Seal mes mito. One for you. So up 10. Move 10. Avowed Ruby on seek. Roll 10. And roll.
Good job, my minions. Adjuban. Finding loads of it here. I'm already upgrading myself. That's what branch though I need. Just permanently electrified. Yeah, at least it lights up the place. I've got a light. Always complain that this game's a bit too dark. that's so pretty. Why are you use the ice here? There's something around here? Hmm.
Eckworth and Roth!
What the? What's that? Oh, did I not pick it up, but I knocked it or something? Sarcophagus key, there we go. I was really beginning to think that I just missed it.
Incredible.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
What strangled that at?
What is happening?
I don't know, can you tell me?
Is the affliction faster even here? It threatens our heart. We cannot fight this invasion alone.
A darker half. Easy now, I've made it this far. I'm not going to abandon you now.
Hurry! Your presence relieves us.
Cleanse all the strangled Adra. I wonder how those... Are those decisions you make at the strangled Adra, like, the most important? I wonder. Set everything up here before you drop down. Ow. Oh. Huh. Jet, are you here again? Wait, where was the... Oh wait, wasn't the key needed? Was it around here? I think. What the hell was that again? Down in the tower. No. That leads us back. Okay, let's go this way. Sarcophagus. Here. The first place we went, isn't it?
Worth and Roth!
You. Here. Is it in here then? Yeah. Oh shit. Spirit Mender, unique medium armor. Plus 100 essence. 2% of your attack damage is restored as essence. Versus 40 essence and 15 damage. 15% damage. I don't need to worry about my essence with my drinks though. Drinks just make that just... Let's While Adra is not an uncommon component used in crafting weapons and armor, it's rare for it to be the main material. In order to achieve such large quantities of Adra, one must possess both the knowledge of esoteric techniques and surpassing skill to perform them. This breastplate dates back to the days of the ancient Ingwithans, when such things were more prevalent. Though long separated from the pillar it originated from, this Adra is still suffused with more than enough essence for plenty of lifetimes, vastly increasing the wearer's own reserves. Wow. 288. These ropes so damage. And then transport Q. What's the close one? With those drinks, just restore all your, with all the food you can craft. What's that pointless? You might as well have extra damage. Oh, does anyone want to talk? No? Man, let's keep going. That's a bear.
Someone's eager to meet us.
Worse than wrong. Left leg. Seal mes mitum. Go up 10. Worse than wrong.
Check your right.
Take worth and wrong. Go up 10. You bend. Be on seek. Then raw. Luthen. Then raw. Go up 10. Avowed. Worse than raw. Worse than raw.
Jesus, I'm too fast.
Hey! Over here! You take lead. To your left! Within raw! Lava Ruby on Seek!
That's great.
Seal mes mitum. Within raw! Within! What's the left?
What's this down?
East ahead!
Right of me. Check your right.
Within raw!
Oh my god. That was a fun fight. Oh, hey Ava. How you doing? Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I'm doing great, thanks. Yeah, you? Yeah, we're meant to be going up here. Just go around here first. Constantly eligible. Unlimited power. Doing great. Yeah, I'm getting closer to the end of the game. I'm really excited to see how it ends. Come on, this.
Within raw!
Ooh. More Adria and glass. I'm going to have to upgrade my wand, yeah? Still got to finish upgrading that. Wow. Oh. Hello, boys. Secretly. What is that? That looks like the Inquisition soul absorber thing. That reminds me of in the beginning of Pillars 1. Oh, I keep destroying these bots. Oh wow. Yeah, it reminds me of that tower. Machine. This place is trippy. Broken aqueduct. Got a goat too. What are you doing here? Okay, a goat sheep thing. Inevitability. Two-handed unique hammer. Whoa. Ah, looks like it destroyed this thing. This may fault. Damaging an enemy gives you 3% damage reduction. Extra power attack damage to enemies with low health. Implacable foe. Unavoidable fate. Inevitability. Embedded into this heavy marble head of the hammer are symbols representing the wheel of reincarnation. This was wielded by an indomitable high priest of Berath. They made it their holy mission to destroy vessels of all kinds, so that their souls may move on to their next lives, just as the gods intended. They knew that eventually all things would die, and that even through undeath this fate could not be avoided, merely delayed. With this hammer, countless trapped souls were released from their corporeal prisons for another turn around the wheel. I'll check it out. Whoa. What is that? It's a cool looking hammer. Should put some of this stuff away. Some space so I can find my own stuff as well. Breaks down to Blackwood Branch, right? Yeah. Wait, what? Shit. I just broke down my fire grimoire. Good job. Can I grab this? If I get my other grimoire is not unique. All other items I am using is still unique, but it's the only non-unique item I'm still using. Okay, let me just grab that one up here. The goat's on here now. Go in here. Ancient memory. We've got another one of these. Ooh.
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before.
How long have you been imprisoned exactly?
The sun rises and sets. Time is mud. When were you born? When were we? We cannot say. We feel no spark of the Tabaris Inakis in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
They say solitude can give us time to reflect on ourselves.
Still wings, the clear glass of the pond. They took it all away.
Why don't you tell me what really happened?
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Whoa. Whoa, these look like giant things. So giant mage folk. Are they trees? Did they emerge from the sea?
We had no time to speculate. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
Why target your people first? You were the greater threat.
A means to an end. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
They didn't understand your power.
A jug to catch water. We overflowed. We persisted. We were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they track the stars? Then they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
Whoa. Holy shit. It's pictures. All that wisdom gone.
They could not kill us. They would curse us to oblivion. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
Make folk whittled you down.
Weakened, they advanced on us, they struck. They raised machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
time stopped, didn't it? It happened when I died too.
Not death. Worse. A void. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
Gods erased Gwithin history. Now they also erased yours? Ikira's? No one gets to erase history, not even the gods.
Yet they did. A light snuffed out. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
That must have been why the Emperor sent me all along?
We are the lamp, the bonfire, forces to be controlled. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
So did the Emperor worships Wodica? Did Wodica contact him? Or Ludwin and make him send me here? But I guess I didn't go to Wodica's plan. That's not true. You're here because the other gods are afraid of you.
We are the rain, the swaying grass. What do they have to fear?
Wodica won't tolerate a god that she can't bring to heal.
We speak, though we are bound. Perhaps our soul was always free. The soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Your health constantly regenerates while below 50%. I'm regenerating, I'm growing.
Someone's eager to meet us.
Oh. Don't think Wodica likes that.
Hey! Over here!
Sealmas metum.
Then! Bravo Rubion Seek! Out of the way!
Not this.
Isaheb!
Right this way.
Eckworth and Rock! Eckworth and Rock!
Thanks for sending phone Kai. Very kind of you. How are you even doing this AoE?
Back in the fight. Bravo will be on seek!
And which one of these drops Adrivan? You doing your keyboards? I'm not bothered. Anywhere else we can go? We go up those floating rocks then? Something up there. Is that where we're going, maybe? Oh, maybe. What's these? Let's go that way. Let's go this way. Wild Walker Ring. Slowly regenerate up to 50% of your max health. Her perception of the natural order has changed dramatically because of her ordeal. She became much more of a disciple of the hunt. She imbued this bone ring with the souls of her hunt so that their vigor would live on within it. There we go. Something else still here. And further above. Further above us. Yeah. Going along there, then along here. So later then.
There's something about that building over there. Looks like the kind of place Yatsley would love.
Oh, we're in Yatsley's next. Huh? Oh. Fine. And her boots. 3 dexterity? Oh. I've got 15 essence. That's... yeah, I'm throwing that. 2 intellect, 1 perception. 3 dexterity. Wow, that's pretty tempting though. What's the description anyway? Yeah, the gloves with the boots. These boots embody her deadly grace, without which she would surely have perished before even returning to Aurora. She survived the deadly dreamscape of the Beyond. Enemies above us. What's that, like that druid armor? Very dexterous armor. Unique, interesting armor set. I'm not really sure how I'd use it. Okay, then I guess we go back. Can you see stuff next? Oh, what the? You find someone dead?
Seal mes meat. Worth and Roth! Worth and Roth! And Roth!
There were these. They stab upwards.
Everyone okay?
Wow. Screenshots of our adventures. Yardsley. Oh, this looks so cozy. Wow. A Keaton tablet. Relatively new and half finished. Describing some ritual of some kind. Can you read it?
This looks like the Akita building this place. Clearly they wanted their story preserved, no matter the cost.
Oh.
Garlowain's gonads. Look! It's even the same hearth from my dream. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
This is a cozy place to hide out, have a nice cold pint, and wait for everything to blow over.
I do love your idea of hiding out, Envoy. Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life.
What the?
Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
I
happening?
Was the last of the Akita. Once the attacks started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
Seems like they succeeded.
They did in the end. But they didn't get exactly what they wished for. I made sure of that. But how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the Magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that Magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
Wow. What an awful choice.
Hopefully we won't have to choose for ourselves anytime soon. Yatsli, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... Someone must tell the story of the Akita, and there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yatsli. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your duty. I have my own dreams. Yatsli, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akita will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
Am I dreaming? It's your life, Yatsli, your decision.
You're no help at all. Please, I ask for your opinion because I want it. Tell me, what do you think?
I can insist. I don't want to influence your decision. Are you really willing to give up your apprenticeship with Wingrim?
That apprenticeship is more than I could have ever asked for. I don't know. That's hard to ignore. A chosen of Sapadal, yet you do not stand with your people. How disappointing. Our time is at an end, Yatsley. It's time for me to go.
Wait.
Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rights. And oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatsley alive. She is the last hope of the Akita. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending. She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
Did I end up making the decision for you? I hope not. Completed all companion moments in the garden.
Thank you for facing that with me. Let's go deal with your god.
Oh, well, the way your
She must
companions
have
are.
wanted to leave some evidence of herself here. I would want the same thing.
Books. It's beautiful artwork. These murals. Here, treasure. No. I'm just hearing that tingling sound. When there isn't even treasure now. Life is a prayer. My faith has been rewarded. God function has sent unto me a kith, a dwarf named Theodore, who awakened me with Magrin's prayers. Theodore worships me, and in his prayer I see the reflection of Kreebak. Once again I have purpose. Theodore tells me he comes from a settlement named Solace, and that in this settlement there once dwelt a dwarf named Nandru, who received divine knowledge from no divinity. For the first time in many multiples of task time, I think that I can truly pray, I can fulfill God function. I must go unto Solace and discover all traces of the Inquisited, and utterly extirpate whatever remains of them. Praise God function. So this is the one that attacked. So a dwarf named Tidor found him.
I'll never understand the Akitian love for death traps.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Nope. um.
Isaheb. Kema Yezuad.
Um. I broke it. I broke the cloud computer. It crashed. I don't think I've done that. Oh my god. um. So there's a hole there. Oh shit, when was the last save? What? Oh, it's still loading. Oh my Jesus Christ. Saves were still syncing and loading. Oh. Jesus, well that was... that just happened. That was an experience.
I'll never understand the keeping love and death traps.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Ow. Is there another way to disable them? Oh my god, this game. Ooh, we're in the camp. We'll have a talk. You want me to go down there to get this one in the plant? Oh my god. Skipped all party camps. Oh well. Oh man, do I seriously have to go there?
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Are you going to be alright, Kai?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
I'm glad to have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
How about you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonku again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled, but when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
Are you doing okay, Gietta?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the Dream Scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
I feel it too. I'm glad I'm not alone.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
What about you yet? That's
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Truth is, I'm terrified.
Under the circumstances, that's entirely reasonable.
Join the club.
I'd been more concerned if you weren't scared. Did you think we'd judge you for that?
No. You've all been very understanding.
We try, darling. We try.
None of us thought this would be easy. For you, most of all. We've survived our own hardships. Now we'll survive yours.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. It takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporelings. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Was exactly sure. Well, this introspection is exhausting. Can we stop talking about our feelings? Five oddballs and the mission to confront a god. What could go wrong?
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
Though that doesn't mean it's Giada's scary story time, does it?
I thought my stories were insightful.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
What if we just stayed here forever and never looked back?
Don't think I haven't considered it. But our problems won't just go away on their own.
Stay here? I mean, we are here. It's supposed to be paradise. Can't be worse than Galawain's tusks.
Tempting as it sounds, if there's one thing I've learned from you, it's that running from problems only lets them fester.
Unfortunately, you are uniquely qualified to deal with this. So we're stuck fixing things. Dread.
Sleep well. Tomorrow we finish this together.
Yatsli.
Oh, Envoy. Have you recovered yet from our chat in the library? I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
Hi Olivia, how you doing? If you didn't know what to think, what chance do I have?
It's just... we already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
Sounds like you want to be the new librarian.
Maybe. It certainly doesn't sound too awful. It's not an answer I would have expected, but it's an answer. And now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more... full. Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place. No matter what happens, even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
I'm glad you could get your answer, no matter what happens next.
So am I. I think... for the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yatsli. Now you're just like the rest of us.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
It's your life. You know your desires better than I do.
I ask because I want your advice, Envoy. Please. What do you think?
Your whole life has been about the godless. You can't stop now.
You're right. The Akira have been with me my whole life, in one way or another. I owe it to them and myself to see it through to the end. Thank you, Envoy. I've been agonizing over this for longer than I want to admit. Finally picking a destination makes the journey a lot easier. Oh. But I am not looking forward to telling Quilici.
He'll understand. Your happiness and fulfillment are everything to him.
Well, come on. We've bigger things to deal with. Literally, in Sapadal's case. Much as I'm loath to relinquish the spotlight, we should be off. And Envoy, thank you, truly. Now, let's go.
Envoy, what do you need? Thanks for talking.
You know, I had a lovely chat with Marius.
Then you must be bringing out the best in it.
Clearly. Well, during the course of our talk, your name came up.
Let me guess.
Kai's been raiding my snacks. Or Kai's one handsome, fresh-smelling bastard.
Which reminded me of that delightful story you told me the other day. And, well, I just had to share.
That one's not really a Marius story.
Strangely enough, Marius had no idea what I was speaking of. He thinks you may have fibbed. Which is ridiculous. You know better than to fib to me, don't you, dearie?
I may have embellished a little, but the important parts are true.
Because, of course, we do see each other all the time, and often in such vulnerable positions. So next time I ask you for a story, it will be juicy and accurate, won't it?
Sure.
Good boy.
Alright, champ. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know how close we are. So I can't tell. Should I go for another hour? I usually stop at this point. I think I'm gonna stop there. Let's just do that. That's for the best. I don't know how much more there is. Might just be like 10 minutes. Who the hell knows?
Hey, I wanted to say that I'm sorry to hear about the whole Tama thing.
Thanks, Marius. That means a lot.
I've left people behind before, but it's different when you lose someone unexpectedly. So, sorry.
It's not leaving. You lost everyone when you were young. That must have hurt.
I guess I did. I don't remember it really, but... Right, this isn't about me. Anyway, I'm here if you need to talk, or if you don't, or whatever.
Thank you. Really, I appreciate it.
Don't mention it. Yeah, seriously. I can only handle being sincere with one person at a time.
But what I can do is quickly upgrade my Frost Wand to +3, yes! Nice. And then we still got a Fire Grimoire. Liquid Branch. I'll just leave that for now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Then I could just focus on it tomorrow. And not worry about time. If it's gonna take an hour and a half, I don't have to worry. I can just focus on it and relax and just enjoy it. Yep. So maybe tomorrow then. Unless it's a whole new level. Or maybe it's just 10 minutes. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now today, chat. Thanks for watching. Thanks, YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm off for now. We'll finish this tomorrow. Pretty sure. I'll see you later.